I'll show you. I'll show you what my practice has gotten me. Nowhere. Lipstick! Faith present! Go! Fall package! Deluxe fall package!
No! Someone owes me an apology. I knew I'd win.
Alright, let's do it again. Fine for now.
Here it comes. You like that?
Oh, they broke up their chain so miserably. Why? What's happening here?
You like that?
What's happening over there? I didn't get that at all.
Apology. I knew I'd win.
I think my assessment was right. Like stacking willy-nilly could get you a good 4 to 6 chain, but like you can't build off that. It might be show.
It's potion time.
Let's get to work.
What are they doing?
Backhand slip grip special. Oh no! Lightning drop. Hey! Lightning drop. Swing in.
Meteor shower. Pow!
Swing in. Hey!
Whoa, what is that mess happening over there? What was that?
What an easy win. Whoa! Hey,
Not happening.
oh no!
Supernova.
Oh no! Swing in! Hey! Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah. Pow!
Whoa!
Meteor shower. Meteor shower. Moonbeam. Moonbeam. Gravity slam.
Back cross
Gravity
baseball!
slam. Star.
Ah! No way. It was a mess.
That all you got?
Sidewinder!
GT cannons, eh? You're not the learned fool I thought you were.
Star blast.
Oh no! Backhand slip grip special!
Meteor shower. Meteor shower.
Get out of here.
Cross baseball! Hey!
Pow!
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike from GXP Streams. Boop. And we're gonna get back into our slow, but I think it's slow, but it's running through Final Fantasy 16. But we're gonna do some side quests before we run into that, whatever that is. Ugh, forget it. Welcome, Heaven Smile. You have returned. Oh, Martha's actually asking.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
Remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood.
Oh no.
Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens.
Chocobo.
I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding
I think
party?
I'm going to be clearing this
I
raid by
do.
myself.
Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
We're
Of
not just
course.
going to run in swords blazing.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
If you're wondering how this place got so busy, blame the ether. Guardians, bearers, folks from all over have come, seeking refuge from the floods, and the poor devils that drowned in them. For us who've lived here since back in Elwyn's day, it takes some getting used to. And sooner or later it's gonna take some sorting out.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count.
Then what makes them so dangerous?
And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my
What
lord.
risk?
The Akashic are the
We've
bigger
killed so many
risk.
things.
I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Over there. It's over there!
Who the hell are you? Kill them! You will leave this place. Or face the consequences. You're finished. That's the end of that then. Or maybe not.
Two
What's that
scoops!
thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
It's down! It's beaming our teammates! What do we do?
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
I wonder if I should do that more often. It's like, welcome to GXP Streams with Michael.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place.
Yeah, repurposing people's homes.
It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
A drugged out bird.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
You don't want to call it Eastpool?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
That baby's
Did
gotta
I
go.
say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the
Yeah,
rest
we're beyond
is
the
ready
point
to provide
where
it.
bears
Thank you, Martha.
are gonna be
No, thank you.
enslaved because at
You
this
didn't
point the
have to
kingdoms are all
help us.
screwed up.
I wanted to.
Next up, to the Lost Wing.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long.
So the last two
And
quests
so,
have been
Clive, I find
finding places
myself
for people to
turning
live and
you once
repurposing
more.
old places.
Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
For great justice, too.
Come then, brother.
We are awaited in Gotan's bales.
It's a bit of a run, but we'll get there. Gotta jog harder. Go, go.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives.
So
we ain't about to start telling him what he should do.
Has anyone
with
back
his.
at the base like set up
he's saying we
wards,
ain't
like
safe in
magical
Lost Wind
protections
no more,
against Ultima
it's 'cause he
randomly
ain't coming
appearing?
back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
I'm already going. I'm not running that whole way. Oh yeah, I was here before. I think I fought something and then just left.
Have care.
Hey Raider, welcome to the stream. Oh!
It's over.
Birds. The Imperial Jess. I mean, I knew that when I came
Right.
here too earlier. It's like,
Look.
oh, mansion.
Don't tell me we're too late.
I had 100% Kingdom Hearts vibes walking into that mansion courtyard.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades.
There's an air of ether here.
They followed me, without question, all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
Minus.
Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Nice try.
Now for a beam.
Farewell.
Take that. Not much experience, but I'll take whatever I get.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
I think we're gonna see a gory scene, so heads up, everybody. Or not.
Is it over?
it is. He wept.
Oh
and
yeah, he's
begged
bloodied
for
up.
mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this?
What is this?
Justice. My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it,
Oh
but
no, come on.
there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
But everyone's out right now, right? Oh, Aether flooded. Is that what he means? I'll check out this Dutch angle.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
I don't think there are.
Don't be a fool. Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
Fist them good.
Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here. And another! Farewell. Another down.
There we go. Rampant re-murdering, I guess. Sweet.
I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Look at me!
Was he cut up? Or is he full of aether?
He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
That's what it was. I think he was getting flooded with aether. Sometime later.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing
still lost?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why?
You know why.
All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same.
They're dead now.
Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing. Right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends.
I mean, there's no kingdom to follow up on the death of that dude.
Why just a village?
So, or that Chief Justice.
We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Hangman signboard. Well, you won't be using it anymore anyway, so. Okay, let's go back to base first, and then we'll move over to the story. I only have an hour to see how much story I can get in. Oh, I feel like there's gonna be an Odin fight. I know it. If it looks like that, I'll have to stop. I have to warn everybody I have to stop.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest gem in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Good here.
Come again. Or don't. Clive. That grey lump.
Why, he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers.
No,
I won't hear a bad word said about it, though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorns teaching him his secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. That blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing goods down who will be having words.
Take care.
Yep. So, what'll it be? That it? Fine.
Oh, there's no one like our Nan.
She could be a bit grumpy, but deep down she's got heart of gold. My mam and dad worked me like a dog and still called me a witless, worthless waste of space. Said so much I started believing them. But then Nan got wind of how they were treating me and she didn't like it one bit. Pulled out a big fat purse full of gold and threw it at their feet.
Your lad's worth double that.
And if you lot can't see it, you hand him over to someone who can. All that shining, glittering gil, and Nan said I was worth more. I'd never been so happy in my life.
And I've never looked back.
I started working for Nan right then and there, and I'd gladly stay with her till my dying day.
Be seeing ya.
Round and round the city clock.
I'm not listening to that. Okay, We're gonna go. We're gonna go. If it looks like I'm gonna get into another giant kaiju fight, I have to walk away. I have to just, like, stop for the night. Can then do that tomorrow. Old Canva. The free cities of Canva.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is? Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Eh?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived.
Villas.
Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship? The Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast.
That's our getaway.
Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Evenfall.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
And treasure chests, of course.
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Oh, well, they're dead.
They've been routed.
Oh, they're ninjas. Katon, they're ninjas. He's down. So as a heads up, our stream plan for tonight is to play Final Fantasy 14 because a significant patch dropped today. So we're going to be doing some shenanigans online at about like 9, maybe 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to look in for that. This would have been pretty if it wasn't filled with monsters. Oh, they just turn to dust, huh?
What happened to the Royal Army?
They're gone.
There's nothing but monsters here.
They were sliced into pieces. Here we go. A box. Oh yeah. think everyone's dead. Box. Hell yeah. Just a lot of money on the floor. Great. Take it. Not that way. Not that way either. Okay. Mini boss, mini boss.
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Orcish warlord.
Too slow.
Nice try.
Nope, didn't like that. Here we go. Oh, I hit him. Good, good, good. Leveled up 42! Pew, pew, pew.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
Doubt it, but we'll go. Wait, wasn't that just there? Yeah, going that way. Free stuff! Box! Box! More accessories, more power. Just like a Beyblade. Oh, I don't like this sense. Okay. I sense an Akon up ahead.
Where are they?
They're dead, man. They're super dead. Sliced to pieces.
These creatures. Ultima's reach can go this far. What the hell is going on here?
does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you.
Who are you? You're not that important.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are...
I think this guy's a little lost.
Divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
He means hurting us.
I am Sleipnir of House Harvard. And you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold
back. His name is Sleipnir. He's going to die.
Too slow.
Stop the charge anytime. Down! Just disintegrate this health bar.
uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more
Aren't you
from
losing?
our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord Zargri. Gungnir.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Watch closely, Nilfos. Yes! Yes! Let's try.
I don't. He's not a dragoon, so I don't think he's gonna do any jumps, but I doubt it.
Be still, my beating heart. Don't stop.
Let's try.
Scar of Nibelung.
One is seldom enough.
Dead man's beer.
Actually, I wouldn't. Too slow. Nice try. Thanks, boy.
Enjoying yourself?
Too slow. Nice try.
More, I say.
Oops, ran into that one.
Come on. Guess we're all ready. Too slow. It's over.
Take that. You have to upgrade something soon. Sanguine insignia.
The vessel is strong.
I knocked his helmet off. Sweet.
My liege.
I think he was a few cuckoo birds short of a cuckoo clock.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
I think it's gonna get back up and attack us again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
Okay, if this first fight leads to Odin big fight, I'm gonna have to stop for a sec.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Thar.
I'd rather not.
Warden of Ash and King of Wallu.
Some king killing willy-nilly.
Get back.
How about a little magic, you fool?
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
Why are you both fencing?
No, Your Majesty. My purpose.
Why are they both
is
in
my
fencing
own.
stances? This is dumb.
I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
Clive, your battle style is not fencing.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
Come on, cutscene Clive. You can slightly do better than this.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
You know, she's probably gonna die.
Power beyond reckoning. And they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. Alright?
And how is he?
Grievously wounded.
Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Oh, he wants to hit you physically so that you're mentally weak.
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid.
I don't think she's dead.
Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
A song of hope.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Rune blade. That is stronger.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
So it's kind of cool looking.
Trouble with your gear, or so will it be?
Rune blade plus 1. Rune belt. Rune accents.
No scratches, right? My best work, but it'll do. That it? Fine.
If it's knowledge you seek,
Excuse me. Ooh.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
How are we supposed to do
Hiccuping
our
over
job
here.
when the hills are
Hey,
crawling
Nectar.
with
Let's check Kupo. Ah, I see. The Dread Comet. I think this is a chocobo that can fire meteors. And then the Man in Black.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back.
1550.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Search Mid's dungeon.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail? This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Oh, it's right there.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Oh, the old secrets. Mididol. I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, your daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm going to have to work on the last round. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be?
Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
I've only got less than 10 minutes of the stream left, but I want to thank everyone for stopping by for my switch up for today. Reminder, we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy 14 later tonight because of a new patch that dropped today. So be sure to check it out around like 9, 9:30.
Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
There's
And
clearly
you had
something rolling
nothing
in
to
it.
do with this.
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
There's likely a sequence you have to play.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
It started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Oh, it's playing Sid's theme. That's what the music is. Quest complete! I think I can do one hunt before I'm out of time.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Yeah, you did.
Actually,
she did.
yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Unless that quest right there is a long one. But it's a plus sign, so it's going to improve something. Oh, there's 2 of them!
Cole said it was an army of a cash.
That's okay. That means tomorrow's stream will be a lot more side quest heavy to start.
Alright, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
Yes.
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'll speak to him.
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Blacksmith's Cruise. It might replace this sword I immediately bought and upgraded.
What will it be today?
It is not merely the men of women and women of Alestia who have been affected by the imbalance of the Aether. The blackened skies have cast a pall over all the creatures of the realm.
And how could it not?
They are living beings, just as we are. Alas, their instinct drives them to flee from that which cannot be escaped, ushering them only to madness and death.
But are we any better?
We consider ourselves above such base instincts, and yet fear and bewilderment drive us to make war on our fellow man, turn our ire at our own suffering upon those who suffer just as cleanly as we do. If that is what it means to be human, Clive, I wonder if we're even worth saving at all.
I cannot claim
to have been shocked to learn of Twin Side's destruction. Indeed, I have long known that such a fate was all but guaranteed. A piece of parchment was all that ever stood between the Dominion and Chaos, and those who signed the treaty were only going to abide by it for as long as it suited them. Emperor Sylvester's invasion saw it torn to shreds at last, and as the pieces scattered to the winds, long-festering enmities came to the fore once more.
Such are the wages
of greed and distrust. If those in power may pay heed to their whispers, they are like to grow into a mighty storm, one which the walls of even the stoutest citadel might not withstand.
Ironic, then,
that it should be Prince Dion, the boldest, most trustworthy player in this ignoble game, who should deal the finishing blow.
Godspeed.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to Blackthorn, but that'll be done for today.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
No.
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan.
Zoltan.
We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
We're gonna beat him up.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village.
Dravozd.
He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Like, the world is, like, in severe straits, but we have to finish these side quests first. Alright, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to see you again later tonight at about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for some Final Fantasy XIV, Blue Mage, and Hildebrand storyline. Woo! Until then, I'll see you all later. I'll rate a channel that's friendly. Ooh, Captain Falcon's playing Dave the Diver. We gotta watch. No, I think we did it before. Yeah, we got some other people. Yeah, we'll give some Captain Falco a raid. All right, I hit the button. I'll see you all in 10 seconds. Work on your backlogs. Don't let them hunt you like ghosts. And I hope to see you later tonight for some Final Fantasy XIV, and tomorrow at about 5-ish for some Final Fantasy 16. The story is ramping up, and I don't know where we are, so I'll see you guys then. It's been Mike from GXP Streams, wishing you a happy night.